A few days ago, I made a post on either my Facebook or Instagram, or both, or my Twitter, about rather than seeking to be entitled, seek to be worthwhile instead. And you'll get much, much better results. You'll become much happier. Let me just, and today I'm going to share with you two philosophies, two strategical philosophies that will help you get what you want and get it faster. So the example of that philosophy is that rather than asking what should I be entitled to, what should I be getting, rather than thinking that, which is a self-destructive thinking, think what could I be deserving more by the person I am right now, and what should I be deserving more by working hard at it. So here's the two philosophies for you to be able to get what you want and get it faster. Number one is that 1 year from today, you're going to become better at something. What is that thing? Ask yourself that question. A year from today, you're going to become better at something. Every day, you're getting better at something. Now, if anything you do consistently within your mind, you're going to become better and better and better at. For example, if you play a lot of games, video games, you're going to become better and better at playing video games. Whatever it is you do, if you skateboard a lot, you're going to become better at skateboarding. If you ski a lot, if you snowboard a lot, if you play basketball a lot, you're going to become better and better at that thing. What is that thing? Also, here's another really sinister part. If you're always miserable, if you're always choosing misery rather than happiness, you're going to become better and better and better at being miserable. You're going to become a master miserable person rather than a master happy person, because happiness and misery is a choice. But I'll leave that alone for now. For example, for me, right now, I'm wanting to learn. I'm wanting to learn shuffling. It's a dance form. It's actually really simple, but it's a dance form. Really cool. I love it. The first day the worst you'll ever be is in the beginning. Right now, I suck at shuffling, but I guarantee you 1 year from today, I'm going to become really, really good at it. I'm going to become really, really good at it 1 year from today. And so are you on any skill you choose. This is a wonderful and happy thing. You choose any skill. Even if you have no idea how to do it, choose any skill, and you're going to become good at it in 1 year. And I'll show you how. So, any skill you choose, you're going to become good at 1 year from today. And the worst you'll ever be is in the beginning. You don't have to be great to start. You just have to start to become great. Philosophy number two is, what's philosophy number two? Let me just drink this. Philosophy number two, man, I can't remember it. So number one is what I just talked about. Number one is you don't have to be great to start. You just have to start to become great. The worst you'll ever be is in the beginning. Philosophy number two, I am drawing a blank. I should have written it down. Yep, I don't remember it. Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. Okay, I got it. I was going to tell you to just check my Instagram stories, and because I do trainings there all the time. I got skill number two. Let me just drink this. Strategical philosophy number two is anything you do, anything you can do in 1 year. I taught this in my sales team. Anything you can do in 1 year, you can do in 10 months. Anything you can do in 10 months, you can do in 6 months. Anything you can do in 6 months, you can do in 3 months. Some things you can do in 3 months, you can do it in 4 weeks. Some things you can do in 4 weeks, you can do it in 1 week. Some things you can do in 1 week, you can do in 1 day. Some things you can do in 1 day, you can do in 1 hour. You get that? This is called the art of time compression. Time compression, and it takes two things. Number one, you find out your recognition that your brain is a learning machine. You are a learning machine, and the only thing that inhibits you from learning faster is you're inhibiting yourself, your belief that you can't do it. The only difference between a child who's a wizard at computers and a parent who has no clue how to use a computer is that the child has no limitation on how fast it can learn. So, anything you can do in 1 year, you can do in 1 week. Some things you can do in 1 week, but anything you can do in 1 year, certainly you can do in 6 months. It's called the art of time compression. And it takes two things. You find out what it is, what strategy that is the most efficient at learning that thing, and then you time compress. Rather than spending 15 minutes on that thing, you spend 4 hours doing that thing, because learning is not linear. You gotta get this. Learning is not a linear line. You get better and better and better and better. No! Learning is exponential. When you learn, you're tapping into the eighth wonder of the world by Albert Einstein. What's the eighth wonder of the world? The eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. Compound interest. So, rather than learning being a straight line, learning is exponential. So this is learning. In the beginning, you'll suck. You still suck, but bam, this is called exponential growth. This is called compound interest. Tapping into the magical compound interest. You learn a skill, you get better and better, you get really good really fast because you compound on things. Something you start off as 2 equals 4. In a few days, it becomes 1,000 or 1 million. Get that? What if you double a penny a day? How much, if you double a penny every single day, how much would you have in 1 month? You ready for this? In 1 month, you're going to have, I think, $1 million and $1,400,000. $1,400,000 if you double a penny every day. That's math. Compound interest. Okay, so let me just recap. Number 1 is that, what's number 1? I forget. Let me just drink this. What's number 1? Number 1 is that you're gonna be the worst at the beginning. Anything you become good at everything. You become good at anything you do consistently. A year from now, you're gonna become good at something. What is that thing? Choose. Rather than choosing misery, you're gonna become good at misery. Choose happiness. Rather than choosing to become good at video games, become good at some skill. Right now, I'm learning shuffling. If you want to join me, message me. Number 2 is that time compression, the art of time compression. Anything you can become good in 1 year, you can become good in 6 months. Some of the things you can do in 1 year, you can do in 1 week. If you have any questions, message me.